We are approaching the final hour of this year's national hustings. Earlier, 7 opposition parties delivered the final party political broadcast ahead of polling day on Saturday. Opposition parties in the country say more diversity is needed, and they're appealing to Singaporeans to ensure that their interests are represented in Parliament. They say that if they do vote in more opposition voices, the People's Action Party's mandate will not be weakened.
The Workers' Party calls for a new spirit of competition. Its chair, Sylvia Lim, says the party offers carefully researched suggestions on a range of issues, such as the nation's reserves, the criminal justice system and GST. Ms. Lim adds that the PAP routinely rejects the WP's suggestions, even as it says it welcomes ideas from everyone.
The government itself promotes competition by creating more than one national health group, licensing more than one mobile phone company, and having more than one MRT provider. If competition is good in principle, then competition in politics must also be good. The Workers' Party will continue to raise alternatives to government policies. Academics, industry experts, and the public can assess our alternatives, and with time, good suggestions may have to be implemented by the PAP because of pressure from various branches of society.
Progress Singapore Party says its non-constituency MPs initiated 8 debates in Parliament over the last term. If voted in, its MPs will form a constructive and loyal opposition.
The PAP may try to scare you by saying that voting for PSP will make you lose ministers, make it more difficult for Singapore to attract foreign investment, and leave you with a badly run town council. But the PAP has lost ministers and GRCs before, and Singapore has emerged stronger and better for it. We did not lose foreign investment. The PAP's losing candidates were parachuted into safe GRCs at the next election. Some even became office holders.
People's Alliance for Reform says it has ideas on how to lower the cost of living, make public housing affordable, protect jobs and reduce net immigration. Leader Lim Tian says PAR has been effective at bringing about change and protecting Singaporeans' interests, even without being in Parliament.
An MP is a lawmaker, and the person must have the ability to debate laws and protect your interests and those of your next generation. The sad truth, as we have seen over many years, is that no PAP backbench MP had the courage to challenge any bills presented by the government in Parliament. They merely toed the party's line, and on matters such as the GST hikes, that has caused you tremendous suffering. If you elect PAR candidates into Parliament, we will fight every day to protect your interests and those of your next generation.
Red Dot United says the people's interests must always come before any parties. Its chief adds that policies must be shaped by ordinary people, not those in ivory towers.
Can we accept that there are those in power living in black and white colonial bungalows on land so large, the size of 3-4 football fields in size, while ordinary citizens live in very dense, mentally stressful environment? This is not the politics of envy. This is a question of fairness. It's the Singapore we have today, fair to all citizens, so that we can together achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for our nation.
The National Solidarity Party says mistakes are overlooked when Parliament is dominated by one party.
We've seen it with the skyrocketing HDB prices. We've felt it with the rising healthcare costs. We've experienced it when scandals and data breaches slip past without proper accountability. Countries like Germany, Sweden, and New Zealand have shown us that political diversity doesn't cause chaos. It creates better solutions. It forces leaders to listen, innovate, and act in your interest.
The Singapore Democratic Party says it has a comprehensive set of policies across healthcare, housing, education, climate change and more. And it has shown that GST can return to 7% without affecting a projected surplus for this fiscal year.
The last few years have been a period of global inflation, but the PAP appears to have no meaningful policies beyond vouchers and other handouts. They have not addressed structural issues such as rental costs, utilities, and transportation. Instead, they chose to raise the GST not once, but twice, adding fuel to the fire of inflation.
People's Power Party says the Workers' Party is poised to strengthen its presence in Parliament, but questions if there will be sufficient diversity of voices.
People's Power Party was also the only party to oppose recent amendments to the Infectious Diseases Act that empower health authorities to carry out mandatory vaccination orders in future pandemics. It will be a criminal offence for non-compliance that carries a heavy penalty of a $10,000 fine or a 6-month imprisonment, or both. We believe that this is a serious violation of basic human rights.